Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds.
And today we're going to be going over the next 5 books on our TBR. So what's coming up for you next, Joe?
So I often want to expand my reading palette with some classics.
Oh, okay.
But I often don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
So our friend Anne with a book, love Anne, she just read David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. And I don't know, I just never really looked at that book or what it was about. And it sounds really good. And the way that she spoke about it, it's about this young man who has a really terrible childhood and grows up and becomes a famous author, I think.
Okay.
So it's about his life and what happens, and it sounds awesome. So it's almost 1,000 pages, so I am going to listen to that one.
Okay. That's a good way to go.
I think I'll have more success that way.
Uh-huh.
So David Copperfield.
Awesome.
I'm going to do it.
You're starting with a classic, and I'm I got all these, YA fantasies.
You like what you like.
I do like what I like. So my first one on my TBR is Brother Song by T.J. Klune. I have been waiting for Joe because he wanted to buddy read this, and Joe, I'm getting a little impatient.
I know.
I mean, the time is now. I want to read it now, so it's.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now?
Yeah, now. I'm going to be reading it.
So you're going to start it next?
I started it last night.
You did?
He's
you
so
kept
mad.
that a secret.
I did keep that a secret.
Oh my God, is it good?
I've been waiting. Yes, it's really good.
I love it so much.
I've been waiting I don't know, I feel 2-3 months, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm done waiting. So that's next on my TBR. But Brother Song is the 4th in the Wolf Song series. We have definitely enjoyed that series, and it's about just some wolves that live in the area that have their pack. There's some humans and how the humans learn about the wolves and embrace them and the relationships they have. But the main thing in these books is the relationships. I mean, the heart that is in this, the pack bond and the love. I mean, this is the 4th book, and I had some tears already on the 2nd or 3rd page.
Yeah?
Yes.
He does it, man.
He's just got such good emotion that he puts into these characters. So I know I'm going to love it, and I need to read it. I'm sorry.
I'm a little disappointed, but
I know.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'm reading Stephen King fairy tale now, and that's almost 1,000.
Right. So I know you're not going to be done and ready for me.
No.
If I waited another week, I don't even think you'd want to read it next. So.
But we're all right. Well, whatever. Just whatever. We'll figure it out.
Okay. What's the other next book on your TBR? That's not Brother Song, I'm sure.
You're funny. Okay, so next on mine is The It Girl by Ruth Ware. It's her newest novel, and it's very popular because I put a hold on it at the library, and I was number 170 something.
Oh, wow.
And now I'm number 40, so it's just taking forever.
Yeah.
But good for her. It's popular.
Yeah.
So this book is about a group of friends in college. One friend dies. One of the staff members at the college is convicted of her murder, or his murder. I don't know. And then he dies in prison.
Okay.
10 years later, a journalist shows up with new evidence. He was innocent, of course. So who's the killer? Is it one of the friends? Who is it? And here we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Typical Ruth Ware.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Next for me is also one that I requested from the library is Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. So I requested this, I think it was the day after it came out. I was really upset with myself that I didn't request it on the day it came out. So I was 15th in line maybe, but it hasn't come up yet. So I don't have it in my hands yet. And I thought I would read that next instead of Brother Song, but I just don't have it. So it'll be after Brother Song. But it is the 3rd in her series, Kingdom of the Wicked. We both really enjoyed that one. It was set in Italy, right? And it was really cute. That's when we were eating cannolis in one of our scenes for that one.
My favorite.
Yes. But it's got a lot of romance in it. The 2nd book took a romance turn. So I'm not sure where the 3rd book will go, but it's the relationship that this girl has with a prince of darkness from hell or something like that, right?
Yeah. It's good.
So, yeah, and now they've traveled into hell.
Yeah.
We're having some surprises that came out at the end of the 2nd book, so I'm excited to see where the 3rd book goes.
Hell, where it's cold, not hot.
Yes. Very
Plot twist.
different.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. It was fun to read. I enjoyed the 1st and the 2nd, so I'm looking forward to the 3rd.
Okay, so next up for me is The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. One of our friends was talking about this. I'm not sure if it was Chris or if it was Anne with the book. I think it might have been Chris. I'm not sure, but somebody sold me on it.
Okay.
It sounded really good. I don't know too much about it, but I think it's a fantasy of some sort. Not sure if it's middle grade, not sure if it's YA. So Morgan Crow is cursed because she was born on this holiday or this day called Eventide. And it's like the unluckiest day that anybody could be born, whatever. So she's supposed to die on her 11th birthday. So that's pretty unlucky.
Yeah.
So this dude shows up, Jupiter North, I think his name is, and takes her away to this magical land called Nevermore. And like he has chosen her to participate in some sort of competition for this like wondrous society or something. I don't know. It just sounds really magical. It sounds really good.
Sounds
And
intriguing.
And I'm ready.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like my middle grade little choice, you know?
Okay, so we didn't plan this, but I have a middle grade one next on my
You
list.
do?
I do.
Mary, which one?
I was at back to school night and the teacher was like, hey, let's do a jot and write down what you can remember from this book. And I'm like, I didn't read that book. I know nothing about it. I'm going to read The Outsiders. Do you know it? They made a movie in the 80s.
By S.C.
Yes, S.C.
That's YA?
Hinton. Well, I mean, it's only 192 pages and they're reading it in middle school.
The Outsiders? With like Tom Cruise
Yeah.
and like... Yeah, that's a great... I love that movie. And yeah, I read the
Does
book.
it count as YA?
YA? I don't know. It
They're
seems
reading
very...
it in middle school?
All right. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's when I read it. Just the movie just seems...
Grown up.
I guess.
Because of all the attractive people in it.
Probably. Maybe that's it.
I don't know.
They were all in their prime, so
Right.
it's...
So, I mean, I heard all about it on back to school night. It got me interested. And since my kid's going to be reading this, the whole grade is going to be reading this book. I figured I should read this book. I feel like an outsider that I don't know what it's about.
Get it?
Yeah. But so this book is about...
You never saw the movie?
No. I mean, I was 5 when it came out. I don't know. The book is about Ponyboy Curtis, who feels like an outsider. And there's 2 types of people. There's the greasers or the socias, and the socias have money and they get whatever they want, and the greasers, they live on the outside and they need to watch their back. And he's a greaser, so, but he doesn't even feel like he belongs, is what I'm understanding. So I'd love to see where it goes.
You're gonna like it.
Okay, cool.
It's great.
Good.
All right, so next on my list is The Violin Conspiracy by Brendan Slocum. This sounds really interesting to me. A classical musician has his family heirloom violin stolen on the night before like this really prestigious classical musical competition that he's participating in. And it goes on from there. And it goes into the classical music world as well as racism, and it's all wrapped up in a fun mystery. Sounds really intriguing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And you?
My next one. Okay, my next one is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern.
Oh, yes, I want to read that.
Yeah, I had another book bud recommended it to me, and you said it sounded good too. So
I have it though, so we have to read it together.
Can we?
Can this be last?
Okay, I can make it my 5th.
We'll try.
But this one is a fantasy. It's about the circus, and there's 2 magicians that are competing behind the scenes of the circus for who's the better one. It's a guy and a girl, and sparks fly and turns into some romantic stuff as well. So I think it sounds like a good book, and it's a standalone too. So we're not committing to a series.
Are you sure about that?
I double checked it. I looked, and
we talked about this before. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I checked
Night
today.
Circus. Maybe she just has similar covers like TJ Klune, because I thought
There were other books that looked similar, but there was
Okay.
nothing that you would click and say like this was a part of the series. So maybe it's cataloged incorrectly, but as far as I could tell, it is a standalone.
that's good news.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Just read it.
I just have to hold off. Yeah, I can read it.
No, just read it. All my books are packed up,
I
so I'm
know.
never gonna be able to find it.
Okay.
So doesn't matter.
Okay. Thanks,
go.
bud. What's next for you?
Okay, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole list of books here by TJ Klune that I want to read.
Okay.
So these are all on my TBR. You ready?
Yes.
I'm not going to describe each one. I'm just going to give you the titles.
Okay.
Brother Song.
Yes.
That's number 1. I'm reading that first. Heat Wave.
Read
The
it.
finale to the trilogy.
Mhm.
I'll read that one next.
Okay.
After that. How to Be a Normal Person. These are all
I haven't
other
read
books
that. Mhm.
that are like very popular with his fans.
Uh-huh.
Bear, Otter, and the Kid.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's a fantasy series. The Lightning Struck Heart is the first one.
Okay.
So I need these.
Those are like, are you going to pick one out of those, or are you going to bang through a whole bunch of TJ Klune coming up, you think?
I'm going to continue my TJ Klune experience.
Okay. We love this man.
Yeah.
He's an amazing author.
And I heard that these are very emotional.
All right.
The ones that we don't know about.
Awesome. I'll be bumping those up on my TBR.
Mm-hmm.
My last one for this is Magic, spelled with a Y-K.
That's the one.
That's the one that Chris reviews said, hey, Mary would like this one. It's by Angie Sage. Now, this one, it said that it's like for reading ages 9 and up. There's 7 books in the series, but the first book is like 600 pages, so it's a hefty book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about it because, but what I'm just piecing it together. I think it's going to be something that you're probably going to love, you know?
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but, Chris, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with us.
She's like, no,
Chris,
it's for Mary.
But, like, clearly, it's, like, for me.
It's for Joe, too.
But she insisted that it was for you. And I'm like, all right, Chris, you want to choose your favorite. I know she's playing favorites because I know you love
Chris
Mary.
loves me.
But this sounds like it's a me book.
I think so, too. So I think you should settle down. It's going to be
a little
okay.
upset with our friend. It's okay. We're family. We got to fight sometimes in the booktube world.
Oh, boy. But I think you could add this to your TBR, too.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I just ordered it from the library. I might even do it as a read aloud with my son, if he'll let me, because he only really likes funny books. I would like to get him into the fantasy books, too.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see if it flies with him. And if it doesn't, I'll just read it myself with my bud.
There you go.
That's
All
it
right.
for me.
I think we have good plans.
Yeah. I'm happy.
We got a packed list.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good to have a reading plan sometimes, but not like a high intensity reading plan. Those we can't keep up with.
We
so.
can't. We skip around.
Yeah, we fail.
Yeah.
So let us know what you're reading next, or what sounds good from what we're reading.
And if you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel.
Book Buds!
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.
Classical music world, the classical music world. Okay. This book involves. This book goes into like the classical musical world. Why am I saying musical? Okay, I got it.
See, I didn't even hear your error. You heard it. Now the dog's participating.
Fucking dog. Little chipmunk. Sorry, I got distracted.
Where's the chipmunk? It's not on the phone.
No.
You looked at the phone, and I'm
Well,
like,
I
where
didn't
is
look
he?
at the phone. I looked past the phone
he,
when
like,
you
runs
can't
the
really see
bushes?
where I'm looking.